and welcome back. Today I want to answer the question, what company am I building? Welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about the company that I've been working on since December 2016. So as I said, I have a first company and I started that company in 2012. Over the years, I had different signs that were telling me that company might not be the best scenario for you. You might not want to build your future on that. I don't really know where it's gonna go. And I think in 2016 I had different signs and I decided, okay, I'm not gonna do that anymore. This is not how I build my life. It's unsustainable. So let me find something else. During a few months, I didn't really have any idea of what I would do. I was really considering different options, very different from each other. And the one that I retained is not the first one that I thought about. And now, today, I'm gonna try to be as clear as possible and explain how I got to make that decision. So, a little bit of background. I have been working out for a long time. So I have been following a lot of fitness influencers on YouTube and Instagram, I guess, for a while too. And even for the people who are not in fitness, because I don't follow only fitness people on YouTube, they all had a common trait. All of them. That I didn't realize it at first, but when I'm gonna tell you about that, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, of course. They all have some sort of clothing line. They all do something. They all sell some merch with their name, with their brand. And again, not only fitness. Anybody with a YouTube channel, I think, is doing that. And that's something that was really in the back of my mind. I didn't really realize it, just like something that I noticed over the weeks, months of following people and paying attention to what people were doing. Because I think YouTube is a great influencer in a way. That's how I used it. When I was watching and I guess binging on all this content, it's really to see, what do people do? How do people build businesses nowadays? Because even when you have a YouTube channel, it's a business. And how do you do that? What's your value? What do you bring? What product do you make? And again, in the clothing line respect of things, there is two different options. The most common one is all of those guys would just find a company that makes apparel and they have like t-shirts and tank tops and whatever items they do, and they're like, okay, I would like to have this one with my logo in this color. And that's basically it. That's their brand. So they would have a brand name, they would have a logo, and that's it. And they sell it online through their community, because they built those amazing communities most of the time, and people who really like feel that they vibe with that community are like, yeah, I want to buy that t-shirt because it represents me. I want to show it to the world. And when someone's know that channel too, that community, and we see each other like, hey, we got something to share. That's how brand works anyway. So that's one option. You go for some, I would say, easy design, even though I don't like to say easy because nothing's easy. But you go for something that exists, a product that exists already, and you just put your logo on it. You have a graphic designer that comes up with a great logo. That logo you use on your channel, on your programs that you sell online, on your boot camps, on what have you, on everything, and on your clothing. That's what they do. The second option would be a lot more comprehensive, and that would be building a real clothing line from A to Z, making everything. They would choose the fabric, what kind of thickness, what kind of color, what kind of blend for that fabric, what kind of stitching, what kind of cut. Obviously, what kind of item do I want to make? Because maybe I want to make an item that doesn't exist yet. I want to make this very sexy crop top for ladies. I want to make those joggers or those yoga pants. And that's really like building the brand. And obviously, again, with the logo and the brand name, that's a real company. Even though, again, I don't want to say that those guys from the first option are not real. It's two different options. So that's something that I noticed, and I didn't pay too much attention to it, and I didn't really realize it at first. It's just something like, by seeing all that content and seeing them mentioning, sometimes pushing for their merchandise. I was like, oh yeah, they're all doing that. So that's one thing that was part of my life, I guess, as I was watching all those YouTube videos. And then there was another thing. There was me, again on YouTube, watching videos of Mike Tyson when he was a teenager, before he became the world champion that everybody knows nowadays. At that time, in the 80s, he was working in the Catskills in New York, and his trainer and mentor, and after that, legal guardian, were Cus D'Amato. And those videos are amazing. If you like boxing, it's great. You know those videos, I don't need to even mention that. The way he was moving, the energy, he was built like a tank, even at that age. He was so young, and that's just amazing. That's art, that's dancing. It's really what boxing is to me. And what he represents at that time, just everything was really great, and that's why I was binging on those videos and watching them over and over and over again. And there was something that I didn't pick up at first, I guess, but he was wearing that one tank top and most of those videos, and I love that tank top. And I guess because I love the videos and I love Tyson at the time, and I was looking online, I want to buy that tank top, I want to have it, and I couldn't find it. And I went back on those videos every 6 months or every year for like years now, because I really love boxing. And every time I go on there and I see that tank top and I'm like, I want it, it doesn't exist. Okay, and I forget about it, and then I go back again, and then I don't find it again. But as you may understand now, because I tried to make it super clear, and it might sound very obvious right now. On one hand, I had all those people on YouTube that were making some clothes, and then I have that Mike Tyson videos that I really love with tank top that I can't find. It didn't take me too long, I guess, to be like, this is what I want to do. I want to make that tank top. If I like it, I'm not the only one. A lot of other people would want to buy it. So what I could do is I could just design that tank top, have it made, and I would sell it on Amazon and Etsy. That's what I would do. I would benefit from those two big platforms, and they are basically search engines. And when someone is looking for a tank top or a Mike Tyson tank top, boom, I would come up in the results and I would sell. That would be my online business. That would be good. I would do that. I don't know if it's the second business that I'm really looking to start now, but that's a start. That's doing something. It's creative. I like that. I want to do it. So that's what I started to do. I was like, let's make that tank top. Let's design it. I had one software on my computer. I didn't even know how to use it, but I had it. I paid for it already, and that was Photoshop. I do not recommend designing on Photoshop. Photoshop is not made to design. Photoshop is made to retouch photos, existing photos. It's not made to start from a white page and just pour your ideas into it. You would want to go for another software for that. But I didn't know better. Again, I have no experience in fashion, as I never worked, I never studied, and I don't know anybody as like friends working in fashion. So that's just, I went with it. Like, I had Photoshop, I tried to learn the basics, I spent nights working on that tank top, trying to make it the way I wanted. I bought a tank top from a famous brand. I was not happy with the cut, and I just took my scissors and I cut it the way I wanted, and I made the waist different because I wanted to have it slim fit. And I made that first tank top, and that was basically on my screen. And then I was asking different factories that I could find online, like, hey, would you make that tank top for me? How many do I need to buy? And I was, debating on different suppliers. And then when my design was really like, okay, I'm gonna lock this one. This is what I want to have. I'm gonna receive a sample of this, and I chose my supplier, and I paid for the sample. And a few weeks after, I received my sample, and that looked like that. That is my very first sample that I received in January 2017, which is like a month after I started to work on this. And I'm just trying to show it to you guys like this. Yeah, so you got an idea of what it looks like. You see the logo, it looks like the screenshots of the Tyson video right there. So that's what I designed on Photoshop. That's what it took me the most time. And the cut, you might be able to see that the side is slim fit. You can see that it's curved like that. I think you can tell that it's not totally straight. So when I received that sample, everything became real. Like this product is what I designed on my computer. I used to be on my computer trying to figure out how Photoshop works and trying to make that design and trying to adjust the colors, and then I sent it to my supplier and now it's here. And you know, it's always like a confirmation of what's possible when you finally receive that. So at the time I was like, wow, okay, so I'm not 100% happy with the sample. We can make it better, but it's happening. It's this company, I can make tank tops. This is what's gonna happen. My company now in 2018, the business model is so different. I haven't launched yet, I'm about to, but a lot of things happen, and I'm just gonna try to retrace the history so you understand what's gonna happen next, but what happened before. And so when I received the tank top and the sample, and I decided like, okay, so I don't really like the cut, and I told them not to do it this way, but they did it nonetheless. And oh, I was asking for that length of the tank top and it's too short. I should make it longer. So I'm pretty sure every time you go in a new, not even industry, when you go in a new field, it can be a hobby, it can be anything, and you're new to it, you just don't know anything, the way you're gonna see things can be very beneficial to you because you have no experience, no background, no prejudices about how to approach things, but at the same time you don't have experience, so you might do things that don't make any sense. And I think in the cut that I was making, I was going a little too slim fit, or I was going a little too wide on the back. I was just experimenting, right? Like the width of the straps, the thickness of the straps, I was experimenting. I was like, oh, this is the way it should be. Like I like it on this one, but I don't like that, and I like this. The result was not the best. I was like, okay, I understand why people don't do it. So that was really great for me to have this tank top in front of me that sample that I just showed you right there, to have it and to see it. And that validated that I really wanted to pursue there. And again, it might sound really clear right now as I explain it, but to me it was not at the time. Sometimes you got something or someone staring at you in the eye and you don't notice it. I've always been into styling. I wouldn't say that I was into trends because I think that I like to go against the grain, but I definitely always was into style. And I've been working out for a while, and I always had trouble clothing myself because I feel like the top of my body is wider, bigger than the average person, and my waist is slimmer. Like this sweater, for example. We're talking about an XL, extra large sweater. It looks good on my shoulder. It's the good width. But the problem is when here around the waist, it is flappy. There is too much fabric. I wish it could be a little slim fit. And this has been ongoing all my life. So when I had that first idea of I'm gonna make clothes, I'm gonna be like, yes, great, and I might want to make them for that kind of body type and the people who do work out and who have a wide back and like wide shoulders, but they do have like a trimmed waist. That's what I would want to make, like for people who really have like this athletic figure. So that was very exciting, obviously. That was the first start. And after I had a lot of other ideas, even before receiving that sample, I was like, oh, I don't want to make just a tank top. I want to make more things. And that I'm going to show you in the next video. Video 3, I want to show you what other product I made at the time, early 2017. And just to give you an idea of what's going to happen to that company, like from the inception of the company with that tank top to then building on it and having a lot more products and changing totally the business model. So if you want to see how I build that company from nothing, nobody knows it exists right now. You don't even know the brand name right now. You just know that some dude is working on a brand. And so building that company from nothing to something huge, and I know it's gonna take time and a lot of work. It's not gonna happen overnight. I would suggest, if you wanna see that, you follow that channel and you hit the bell so you're notified every time I upload something new. If you like that video, thumbs up, like the video, and comment if you have any questions. Like, I don't know, if I haven't been clear, just let me know, and I'll cover your questions in the next video, and then we'll get from there. So I have a lot of catch up to do on everything that I did, because again, this is late 2016, early 2017, what I just showed you with that sample. Now we April 2018, a lot of things happen, and I want to cover everything, I want to catch up on everything. After we're done with the catching up act of the videos, we're gonna go on the day-to-day problems and solutions that I need to find, and how do I build that brand again. So I try to be clear. I hope it's not confusing, but I definitely see you in the next video.